2GR.
No future.
Well, these are graphics.
So you're playing as the female character.
So is the female character the main, like...
You can play as either. Male or female.
Welcome to the gameplay demo walkthrough of CD Projekt Red's upcoming title, Cyberpunk 2077.
Dude, Rudy's gotta be so mad he's not here watching this with us.
He probably already saw it.
Oh, I'm sure he already saw it, but you know he wishes he was reacting.
Before we start, a small but important disclaimer. The gameplay you're about to see is from a work-in-progress version of the game. Everything you see is potentially subject to change.
Well, thanks.
All right.
In Cyberpunk 2077,
Oh my god, wait.
you can fully customize
Oh, that's just for the
That's
game.
intentional.
Okay, yeah.
customization system.
It's like, damn, they're going in.
It's like Guardians.
We're going to play a female.
Oh, I forgot how this
Keep in
machine
mind
worked.
that what you see here is not final. We just want to give you a glimpse of what will be possible in the released game. This is an RPG, so before we get into our appearance, we need to define
interesting.
our
They're trying to
backstory.
really
What
sell
you
the whole,
choose here
this
will
is
unlock
not
different
final.
possibilities later in the game.
Well,
Also,
they
you
said
can
after
use an array
E3
of
was, we
different
don't even know how
options to
big this game is
modify
going to
how
be
you
at this
look.
point. We're
These
just still
include
working on
body
it.
type, hairstyle, tattoos, makeup, skin tone, and many, many more. But visuals aren't
These
everything.
graphics, though.
You'll also be able to
Holy
customize your initial
balls.
attribute set.
No wonder they were having...
I'm
running
assuming
into
you're
that.
talking about the character models.
Cyberpunk 2077.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
These are some great
Well, look at
rectangles.
just look at look at the shit, like look at the lighting quality
Yeah,
and
look
the
at the
texture
legs.
quality and the AO. It like
Near
it
the
looks
beginning of the game.
good.
V and
You
her
know it's
friend
gonna look
Jack.
good.
You can see
Along
that.
with a
You can,
netrunner
I, can,
named
I can never tell
hired
ambient
to
occlusion.
find and
I don't know what I'm
retrieve
looking for.
missing
Oh, you'd
person.
know
A
if
girl
you didn't
whose
have it
locator
on.
implant went dark.
Find a game that you can flick it on and off and live in. You'll be able to tell the difference. You lose a ton of depth of color, or not color, shadowing in the corners.
Cyberpunk 2077.
Oh, I really
is a
hope he's not going to
first-person
talk and narrate
role-playing
this whole
game.
thing.
This perspective enables us to maximize your immersion.
Should have full access in 2.8
It's going to be hard to react and talk over somebody else talking. But
Yeah.
we'll do our best, guys.
Orale. He's Mexican.
Fucking late. Is that her? That our target, V?
Jesus
Seems too
Christ.
simple. Not our girl, I think. Keep looking.
There's
It looks
nudity.
like these scavengers are kidnapping people to harvest their implants. Okay, things are about to get heated.
Oh. Nice.
We'll
Smart.
take a
Shit.
reflex booster that temporarily allows us to use the Koreznikov ability.
So,
Koreznikov move? Is that what he said?
Something like that.
oh my god.
Whoa. Did you see that slide into the ground?
Yeah. There's numbers.
Yeah, damage. I'm in RPG.
This is Koreznikov.
Oh, that's correct.
okay.
Oh, slow down.
Bullet time.
Bullet time, yeah. We max pain boys.
Fear.
Yeah.
We got
The Matrix.
some wall destruction.
Yeah, I saw that, yeah.
Little frostbite action. Shooting already looks way better than Bethesda games.
I was, you know,
I mean, yeah.
this is like Deus Ex meets Fallout 3.
Yeah,
still-
and what's funny is like you say that as though those were like a bunch of.
No.
They're all the same game trying to do things, and this
Yeah,
is just
but
gonna do
holy
it better
crap.
than all of them.
Just like, they just blew up the wall. That's dope. She said the F word,
She
Daddy.
said a potty word.
Don't be a prude.
It just slipped out.
Oh my god.
Wait.
Yeah. That was a thing. Oh, is it like a boss? Did that literally say scavenger boss?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It did.
That's.
Ooh.
There
So
better
that-
not be a boss. That was a really short boss fight.
He's just the boss
So
man
he's
of the
like
group.
an elite
Yeah.
enemy, if you will.
Sure hope our target's in there.
Yup. They did.
Cabrones.
Think I got her. Got our target.
We make it, she alive?
This does not look good.
No, in a minute. Jacking into Biomon.
Creepy.
Definitely weird.
Sandra Dorsett, NC-57.
So are they like
Gotta win.
augmented
She
humans?
will be
Yeah,
when we
yeah,
get
yeah.
to the hospital.
It is definitely got some
Yeah.
Deus Ex-y stuff in it. It's
I mean, it's
cybernetic
just
implants
yeah.
and stuff.
Okay.
Did if she sneezed.
So she's not like a straight up
Buy 'em on
android or
signal. Talk to
robot.
me,
She's
T-Bug.
I can't remember whether they said anything about this, like when
Maybe
they're
it's a
talking about like
cyborg
having
or-
different, like you can get different augmentations and plugins and impact. Like that's how you do all of your RPing, is you get different skills by having different implants and stuff. I
Got
think.
the shard.
but
We're
more
moving in.
more human than robot.
Done.
Well,
Instead of
I mean,
Oh,
more
I think-
robot than human.
I think that might be a choice, right?
Oh,
You may. I wouldn't be surprised if they have some sort of system there to balance that out.
Buy 'em on claim
Because like this is
combo.
obviously like I like that these menus that are popping up are obviously like an optical implant for her, right?
Yeah.
yeah, they're making the HUD.
It
part
looks
of the,
yeah, it looks very
yeah.
Terminator-y. It's very integrated into what she's seeing.
Mierda, she's flatlining.
I love that they have a Hispanic dude just
Going on.
cursing in
Jack,
Spanish.
air hypo.
Can't China.
Ooh,
Ow. Little Pulp Fiction.
She's stable.
yeah, that's the first thing I thought about too.
China. Get her outside. I'll cover you.
It turns out a
Okay,
virus disrupted
it's
the
in my
girl's
face. I
locator.
gotta say, those are very
Fix
realistic
that,
looking nipples.
And now health is inbound.
It's there. I can't avoid it anymore.
I was more interested in their musculoskeletal system that's obviously got like good deformation on their skin systems and
I mean, yeah, definitely, yeah.
not specifically a nipple.
This is really realistic looking nipple.
2-year-old.
Trauma team.
I'm just glad that she's not having to like carry and run down a corridor or something.
Oh shit. Oh,
Like in, no, I mean
No,
like in
yeah,
games when
yeah.
you're doing the escort mission, you gotta carry the wounded
Yeah.
soldier.
that was over very quickly too.
I said step back.
Oh, she did.
133 to control. Patient NC570442 secured. Stimulants being administered 70 milligrams dose.
So is this a different group?
So
I'm assuming it
interesting.
is.
They look
Well, it's trauma team, so they're like medics,
they're more official.
but like.
Okay, so they weren't bad guys per se.
No,
but
they're
they
medics.
Yeah.
weren't- Well, but they weren't.
See, and
treating
I
them
wonder
as-
there whether you had the choice to respond differently. Like they
That
didn't make
was
it very clear
trauma.
there.
Blow.
A kind of high-end premium medical
Don't
insurance.
have much time for
Oh.
We've delivered the target, and T-Bug has notified us that the scavengers have called in reinforcements. Let's get out of here before they arrive.
That is very interesting.
for new wheels now. Eyeing something real fine too.
We're
How
gonna
about
get
you,
to see
Anna?
that car
Blowing
gameplay.
out on booze in 3 days.
Talking about somebody else, Jack. You cleaner than a contact combat.
Oh my god. Ugh, what an apt description.
That's not Jen Taylor doing the voice, is it?
You got me there, pal.
This is showing on console.
I thought it was an RTX something or the other.
Is it? I don't know. They're playing with a controller, which is weirding me out a little bit.
That they are using a control, but I think
Yeah, they're probably playing it on like desktop. Like,
Yeah.
Hardware, but with a
is a
controller.
mature, visceral experience, and as such, it will let you explore a variety of different interactions with the game world. And as you just saw, its people.
yeah, this is definitely like a mature game.
I'm okay with that as long as they give you the option to bypass stuff too. I feel like sometimes they
job
force
was
that
a
down your throat with these
success,
games. It's
and
like
V
if
obviously
you
has
don't
some
want to
money.
do like romantic stuff, if you don't care about like the mature parts of it, like
You mean like the sex and stuff? Or?
yeah, just stuff like that. Like I don't want a game to force that on anybody, right? Like somebody who's not gonna play a game for the mature content should be able to play it without.
I don't think you're gonna be able to avoid nudity in this.
Well, no,
game.
no, no. Nudity's not.
Yeah,
like, I don't
nudity's-
consider. I mean,
No, no, no.
Yes, but like.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
But like
He has just
for
told
the
us that
people
he has
that
some
want
big
to
news.
M for mature because of nudity,
Right, yeah.
you're not getting away from
Before
that.
we
and
leave, let's take.
I
a
mean,
good
nudity is
look
No,
around
that's.
the
I
it's
mean,
natural
that's,
part of the
it's
body,
a CD,
right?
It's a
So-
CD Project Red game.
I'm
like,
talking E ESRB.
but I feel
Yeah.
like
Mario is
even
by
like
rocker
playing
boy
a
Johnny
Witcher
Silver.
game, like if you don't
It's part of our
want to do
creative
any of the
process.
romantic
Yeah, you
interactions
don't.
with them, you
Yeah.
don't have to.
And I think
I
that'll-
appreciate that they
That'll
don't
be the
force you
same
into
thing
those
here, though.
scenarios. Yeah.
It would be silly for them to.
It's good writing on their part to let you play the character the way you want to play the character.
yeah, yeah. I mean, Mass Effect's been doing that for a while. So
Yeah.
If
yeah,
if
that's
they
true.
were to do like,
Plus, Mass Effect's very tame anyway. Like it's super.
yeah, they
super
always have
PG.
their clothes on. I always thought it was
We'll
funny.
take these trusty
This
pics.
UI is so weird because it's like It feels like a DOS prompt.
Yeah.
You know? Just
Yeah.
with red text
I
instead.
like the
of green.
minimalism on it for sure.
I do like it
Because
too.
it's not fancy for fancy's sake, which is what this
Yeah.
technology would probably feel like.
Since
It's a
Cyberpunk
crazy
2077
juxtaposition
is an
of
RPG, the
high
jacket
fidelity
not only
models,
provides us with protective stats like
this
armor,
crazy
but it also
futuristic,
increases our street,
you know, artistic
street
style,
cred
and then
is
you've
a form
got
of experience the player acquires.
I mean, you said
by
I don't know if it was you or Matt, but you said it. It's like a Terminator.
Yeah,
Heads
I'm
up
saying
display
it's very
and like,
much like Terminator.
and when you
Alright.
think about it, Terminator
Let's go
is
meet
that,
Jack.
right? It's that
These
whole
current apartments
they're
is
futuristic, but they're using this
located
old ass
inside a
technology, and maybe that was
huge building
intentional in the
complex
'80s
that
because
forms a
they couldn't do anything
micro-society
better or
of its
think of
own.
anything better.
In
But
this timeline,
it just works well
technology
here,
and the
for
world
sure.
have evolved in some ways that seem familiar, but entirely surprising.
it's like very Blade Runner too.
As an example, in this world,
We owe a lot to
people
Blade
pay
Runner.
with eddies, slang for euro dollars. We make sure to root every detail.
The only thing
in
that
the
I'm not
world's
liking
lore,
about the HUD is like
so
there's so
everything
much,
has its purpose,
so
and
many
slaves
little
believe
go
it.
here for this or there for that and here for there.
Yeah, I'm sure that's toggleable.
I certainly hope so.
I'm getting
big
this
part
weird.
of our
You guys
RPG
may not agree with this.
experience is having
the,
a world
the initial
that is
campaign
interactive.
reveal for
Here,
Halo
a
2 that was
generic
never
ad
actually
has
in the
morphed
game.
into an
I know
advertisement.
exactly what you're talking
No,
about because I watched
yeah.
that video a million
I'm
times.
getting
Your
this
adventure
weird, like just the
features
lighting
product.
and the way that the
In this
buildings are
case,
set up. I'm
it
getting
shows
that
us
sort
where
of
to
vibe.
find
That video
Obviously,
was-
it looked different.
That was such a good reveal.
It really was a good reveal. Are you like worried that this might not be?
No, I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that in a
Just the aesthetic.
just the aesthetic, minus the crazy neon Blade Runner
Yeah.
style.
I mean, personally, I'm not gonna say that I'm like super worried that the game won't be like this, but I don't know.
I don't know.
This
if
could
I
be a
would
cross-gen game, truly.
You know what's funny? As soon as this video started
This
and
is
I'm looking
Wilson,
at the
one of Night City's
visuals,
many
I'm like,
gunsmiths.
this doesn't
We won't
feel
be
like a
checking his
next
wares.
gen game visually
This
speaking.
looks like something I
other
could run on
than-
my machine right
Yeah,
now. Pretty high
it
settings.
really does.
No, definitely. But what I mean by
Cyberpunk
cross-gen is like
2077 is set in
it'll run
It-
probably chugging. That PS4 will chug playing this game.
Yeah, the,
You know?
the base
Yeah, it's
PS4.
probably
Yeah.
better on a pro, and
Dystopian
they could
cities,
easily. It could be in that GTA 5
We are
That
worried
transition
zone where they.
phase.
That's
it's
what
a-
I mean,
You
yeah.
forget that it's a previous generation game because it did such a good
GTA
job of
5
updating
still
it.
looks good today.
Yeah.
no loading screen. Currently, we're in Watson, a former industrial district.
Yeah, I hope nobody
where
watching this video
crime
cared
now
about what he was
mixes
saying
with
because we keep talking
Oh, we've
over
been
him.
talking over everything.
I mean, whatever.
I'm trying to listen. I mean, he's saying some interesting things, but
Great times, yo. The piece of shit. Now give me back my eddies.
Eddies are the slang for Euro dollars.
Euro dollars, yeah.
I caught that.
Could be some truth to that.
Dense population.
Yeah, and that's kind of where I'm thinking too. Like that's where a lot of the technology is going to. Look at that.
That's
a lot of
way
people.
more
Oh, that's
than-
awesome.
That's cool. That's like
It's like the intro.
yeah, like
Damn.
We've
Pray
greatly enhanced
how
our
they did their
crowd
intro.
and community system to create.
It's, you know what's
a
funny? This
believable
this
city in any
the
open
cityscape
world
reminds me a little bit of the original Prey 2 trailer that we
cityscape
got.
Oh my
for the
God.
game that never came
Crowds of
out.
people
Yeah,
from
man.
all facets of
That
life,
looked really,
all living their
really good.
lives within a
But this is
full
kind of
day
blowing my
night
mind right now.
Yeah, this is so much denser than like Deus Ex, which is
Look
the
at
closest thing
this.
to it in terms of like outdoors areas. With, like,
And this is when I'm like, yeah, is this actually gonna run on PS4?
I feel like
this is gonna be a new thing though, man. Like Spider-Man's about to do the same thing. It's about to do what Arkham did, except have the streets full of civilians.
I really wanted to see
Okay,
that Jaws
there's
17.
I know.
whatever, from Back to the Future 2.
Finally.
They should do something like that in here.
I wonder, is the male character like, is he the same guy regardless of which character you play, or is he the male version? And if you play the male version, the female is the one who tags
Yeah, like
along
it
with you.
swaps.
Yeah,
That'd be disappointing though.
I can't tell.
Like I wouldn't want the female to have his persona, you know?
Right. Well, you never know.
Persona. Sorry.
I'll come and talk to him.
Fine, I'll meet him. Talk.
I'll be a Senor Rippers. Good news to me.
I'm still not over
It
the
turns
fact
out
that he's
we've caught the
Mexican. I love it.
attention of one of Night City's biggest players, Dexter
Oh, look
DeShawn.
at that! It's like a religious
a
cult,
fixer,
like monks.
a person who gets things done. He wants to meet up and discuss a job.
Get in.
Let's see what he
Is that
has.
Bucky? That was for you, Sean.
I don't know.
Yo,
I don't even know.
this feed-
Dude, everybody's got robot arms, okay?
Yeah. Yeah. More like Adam Jensen. Thanks.
Can you say
Onyx.
is that McCain or not McCain? What the hell's the name? The cowboy's name in Overwatch? I'm losing my mind right
McCree?
now. McCree. McCain's in my head right now.
Aw, rip.
McCree or any of the other characters that have robot arms, and It's just the thing to do now, man.
Interested, sure.
It's a bad guy from Logan.
That was an enjoyable movie up until the last third.
I need to be sure.
I like how he's watching TV. That's such a cool little detail.
He's watching a fight.
He's watching
Yeah.
boxing, yeah.
And the nature of this test.
This is actually impressing me a lot more than I thought right now.
Those are some awesome glasses.
Hater blockers, dude.
Got a classic tale.
Dude, the cosplay for this game is gonna be insane.
Got away with gear. Now I need me that little combat body. They call it the flathead. Of course, I got the Eddies to buy it, but me and the Maelstrom
I love how they call it Eddies.
best of friends. No flow to our convo.
See, this is where they talked about you have tons of options for how you want to tackle this.
Corporal agent. She's on the hunt for the dog she sold the Gangoon's info on the convoy. Got herself a prisoner. Her chief suspect, most likely. Going on 20 hours since the convoy was jumped, and she still don't have no guilty party. Gotta be desperate by now. Be wise and think
This
how
is
you can use
insane,
that.
man.
Got any questions for me?
Clear on it all, I think. Time I got to work.
Beautiful. Here's hoping my inkling checks out.
So, see you at the afterlife soon as the job's done.
Do good, and this.
I don't think that's Jen Taylor, by the way. Her voice is a little higher pitched.
I don't even know who Jen Taylor is.
Cortana.
It seems Dexter has given us a test of sorts to see
Not
if we're
Jennifer
worthy.
Hale either.
He wants us
It's
to
not
retrieve
Jennifer
a
Hale.
piece of high-tech combat gear a local gang stole from the Militech megacorp.
I want to see the
We'll
eyes
approach
of
this
people.
job
I just
from a
want to walk
variety of
around
angles.
and look at all
Let's
the
try
different
calling the Militech contact
like
to see
restaurants
where
and
that
shops.
Well, that's what I'm thinking too. Like, what is there to do in the city besides missions?
Out here.
Hi.
Is there like any mini games and stuff?
I just want to see like
Some tech.
the artistic expression of all these.
Everybody shut it. Where is it?
Yakuza kind of spoiled me.
Porn? No.
Amateur hour.
But I mean, if they could learn from that too, though. The city doesn't have to be huge. It can be smaller with a lot to do in it.
The overpass. Meet you there.
The situation
Like, I wanna go into a diner and
because
eat.
the contract giver is a corporate agent who
That
seems
looks
to
so
know high
good. Look
strung.
at that.
Before we get down to business, it's a great idea to visit our Ripper Dog.
It's always funny to watch them play these games in demos where they move so much slower than you ever will.
Yeah,
in
you would
the
be
real
running
thing,
through this
and
stuff. Oh, look at that little market.
Yeah, you. You see this cam, huh? Yeah. Got a real whack tape, change your fucking life.
Whoa.
I like how you can respond or just keep walking.
Yeah.
Crime is a common occurrence. Night City is not a safe place. Life here is not easy.
Dude, this is a 100+ hour game. This is,
Oh,
this
yeah.
is just like The Witcher.
Yep. And hopefully, unlike The Witcher, I hope they give you more meaningful stuff between.
Wow.
Me.
I can release.
How'd it play out with Dex?
It's all here.
All right, I'll check it out while I wait for you.
Witcher has some really good writing, though.
Dr. Vector, we'll see you now.
Yeah, but if you don't like
We're at
Geralt,
a Ripper Dog clinic.
you really
Ripper
gotta
Dogs
enjoy
are
that
specialist
character. You
vendors
know?
I know, yeah,
who
you
offer
do.
people the possibility to install or upgrade
And you have to understand
their
what
Cyberpunk.
Witcher is, too. Them being so, like.
So this is the
Dry as ever.
this is the
where you get your
upgrade
mods,
piece.
yeah.
Need to bump up my specs and get a grip.
He's watching the fight, too.
Really? Now? Finally?
Heck, shit just got real. Hitting the major leagues. Got a job from Dexter Sean.
Spunky Monkey.
The Dexter Deshawn? Yeah.
Monkey. That's Spunky Monkey.
Yes. Hasn't paid you yet.
Quit crying, Vic. I'll bring you the Eddies later. With interest. You know I will.
Last time, I swear. Now sit.
Damn, Vic.
There's a scene early on in the second Deus Ex that reminds me of this. Where
Still haven't
he
played
comes
it.
in and sits down. Oh,
It goes down to $5 on Steam all the time, and I liked the first one, although didn't stay good the whole way through. But
Yeah.
I just never motivate myself to play it.
Was
So
that
you're
like
not
an
supposed-
eyeball? I guess it is.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Huh.
You peruse
Jack
and choose
in.
my scan. See what's going on inside.
We're going to install both an optical scanner.
Yeah, I guess it wasn't
Like
I.
I said, decent enough scanner. Displays data on your cornea.
And a subdermal
Apologies
weapon.
if you can hear that. There's
It's not
a
labeled. And to be perfectly
4-year-old
honest,
temper
I'm not
tantrum
entirely
happening right
sure
outside
where
the
hell
door.
I got it. Still, looks like it'll talk
That's how you know
to
this is
those
real, boys.
Yeah.
I'm ready. Carve away.
Okay, all clean. Now for the fun stuff.
He said optical though, so
Lay that Major League arm of yours right here.
or not.
Just like that. Thanks.
Ooh, gonna get all split open and stuff.
Now a bit of anesthetic, and I can start cutting. Feel anything?
The tension rises.
Doc. Play by play. Makes you sound like a dentist. You're always going on and on.
That voice sounds familiar to me, though.
Yeah.
Old. I got a shaky Gannic hand. Could slip.
Organic, I guess that's like organic, you know? Like
Yeah, he's not modded. He doesn't have enough. He doesn't have enough to mod himself, I guess.
Why did he need to put the arm there though?
Good. So let's test it.
I think he's modding multiple things.
I'm assuming this is like a mod for story-related purposes. Like I would imagine if you
You might
go
Like,
get
this is
Yeah.
awesome
vision.
because he activated the eye before he put it in. So you're watching it, like
Yeah.
get it. That's kind of cool. I don't know about the detail on his cuticle. I mean, it's kind of lacking.
Oh, I didn't see. Darn. Do you have a bald spot like
With
right in the back of the
scanner,
head?
we can zoom in on things and take a closer look.
Ah,
Okay.
the mantis.
See, and again, they're adding.
Oh, that's what he's adding in. He's giving her the mantis blade.
This is fantastic.
Beautiful.
That's so cool though, because like they're adding.
Additionally, we can analyze objects, get details on enemy weak points or gang affiliation.
Yeah, as opposed to just going into a menu and being like, upgrade this skill.
Yeah.
See, I like that.
Oh, resistances.
Should eventually sink
Bullets, fire, poison, and
your intentions.
electricity.
Yeah, so she's analyzing like his resistances.
Ought to work like a charm.
So there'll be different. Whoa.
Now draw your weapon. You should see your ammo count in a brand new sight.
The
Oh,
subdermal
never
weapon
mind. It
grid
wasn't the
links to our
blades.
scanner and shows us weapon information like
Where?
ammo count and
Where?
fire.
I'll see. Oh, then
It
bottom
also
left. Okay.
increases the base damage on all connected weapons.
I think that's Faye Valentine's
Not bad.
voice actress, by the way.
I don't know
Really?
what to say.
Faye Valentine's voice actress is pretty old.
I was gonna say she should be pretty old now.
She doesn't sound like that right now. I
Okay,
heard her
maybe
relatively.
It
not.
does. I can hear the similarity.
Vic.
That would be awesome.
No, I heard her recently in a video, in a YouTube video, and she sounds older.
And once you hit the big time,
Well, it's like 20 years ago.
Okay, well, we'll look it up after.
Yeah.
It's gonna drive me nuts because she
Like
sounds
that's-
familiar.
I see. They've got some of that.
While some Ripper
That
dogs
neat
operate legally, others provide
near
bad
automata
market
stuff where you can like
For the right
take base
price.
functionality
They can
out
even
for other
offer to
upgrades. You know.
install
Yeah.
Like the HUD element of knowing what your ammo is actually at, like that's a base that's not just a granted thing,
Right,
Which
like,
I really enjoy.
That's what I was thinking earlier. Like most games would just say, just click the R3 button to zoom in, but here it's like, well, you gotta upgrade it. You gotta get
Yeah.
a better eye to zoom. Like it makes logical sense to have
Immersive.
that. Yeah.
Well, Hiroshi. Old Vic's got a soft spot for you, Heina. Come on, how about you use them fancy-ass optics to scan my new wheels?
Sure.
That driving.
Have to let me take it for a spin.
I want to see how it works.
Just watch the paint job.
I don't want to sound like a negative Nancy, but so far, I mean, this is cool, but I
This is just, it's a slower part.
Yeah.
It's, I mean, like, if you were in control, you'd be off doing your thing.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
just trying to show
yeah, I
a
get that.
gamut
Yeah.
This guy
what
looks
is
an
possible.
awful lot like one of those scavengers.
What is it, like
we
an
took out
MR2?
earlier.
Or is it? No, this is their own car. Oh my god, that's awesome. All right, let's see. Oh, yes,
Tells me
that is
wasn't
cool.
no coincidence, huh?
Was that a Shake Shack? I saw the word shack. We should
Jackie's
stop and go
car
back
is a
to Shake Shack.
super-powered sports car running on Chew 2. the super fuel of the future.
She needs to turn her lights on.
Players can explore Night City freely, in many different cars, on
Whoa,
bikes.
so
and
this
in
is
other
like a
kinds of
straight up
Oh, it's full,
full-on
yeah.
city?
It's full on open world.
Wow.
But that's why they said they don't even know how big it's gonna end up being
Yeah.
yet, because they haven't built it all out.
Good.
Puta madre!
Stop the wheel, Jack!
Oh, fuck!
It looks like the scavengers earlier.
Oh, man.
And now you're on
Now
on
I'm
rails.
way into this.
Oh! Oh my god. Oh, nice. Shoot the tires out. Yep. And it worked.
I think we got rid of it. That was intense.
Shit! The fuck was that?
See, I would
Night
drive
City
like that.
never
Yeah,
first
most
person.
people are gonna play in third
Danger lurks
person.
around every corner, even in daytime. Random encounters like these.
I've
are an
never liked
example
driving in
of
first
how your
person,
actions
ever.
directly influence your open world experience.
Even though I drive in first person in real life.
Okay, Jackie.
So, they're done riding our asses?
Oh, yeah, there we go. That was so much better.
Maybe. Should be looking for a new spot to slice and dice, not gunning after
Oh.
us.
Is it just me, or do you see slowdown too?
Knows.
Oh, it's been frame checking the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Saw your
It's
stuff.
definitely been struggling.
Dude, this was on a high-end, like, graphics card.
Many
Yeah, it's
forces
also
are
early
fighting
on,
for
though. Their
control.
engine
True,
is
true.
probably...
And you know what
But
I
the
can
mega
appreciate
corporations
is
are
that they're not
showing
showing us some
The
like
agent we're going to meet.
Bullshot.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're showing us something that's
Like, they're actually running this.
what this
you know?
might look like on an actual base PS4.
It's just so confusing,
Remember the
like,
corporal off Dex's
to
shard?
see it this polished and have this much in there, and then for them to be like, we have no clue when it's coming out or how big it's going to be. It's like, well, so did they just program a ton of the functionality in and get, like, vertically sliced and then start expanding from there?
I mean, they've been working on it for years,
This
though.
has to be
Cyberpunk
way more than a
2077
vertical
is an
slice at this point,
RPG.
but there's probably just so
Preparation
much
will be key
content.
dealing with
Yeah.
Night
That's
City's problems.
exactly what it is, right? They have the base model of what their game is going to be. Now it's
Instead of just rushing in,
expand, finish the
Content,
story.
content,
Yeah.
content, yeah.
with our freshly installed Kiroshi
Because
optical
they've been
system.
working on this since Witcher 3, which was, what, 2.5 years ago?
They've been working on this since before that.
Longer.
That's true, that's true.
That first teaser image was like 4 years ago or something.
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah,
it?
yeah. But I think that was like a concept thing, you know? But then again, what was Witcher? Whatever.
Yeah, gotta do this. But don't you move a damn muscle. Not unless I start, that is.
Whoever's voicing this, it's driving me crazy. Just the way she's dictating the diction in her.
These guys are levels
recognize it.
higher than we are. Let's try to approach them carefully.
Did he say levels higher?
Yeah, that's why they have the question marks.
Take it you were the one to call?
Classic.
Wanted. You're smart. Thought you could blackmail me, bitch? Set conditions?
Calm the hell down. What is
I
this?
got you now, asshole.
This isn't
You're
true.
insane. Who the fuck is this? I'll know in 2 seconds flat. That fucking thing ready?
All set.
Oh, that is cool.
Are you here alone?
The
Oh, it's like
Corvos
a-
have hacked us through our personal link and have subjected us to a kind of lie detector program. The dialogue system in Cyberpunk 2077 is fully gameplay driven.
I asked if you came alone.
Yep, just little old me.
She's lying.
Search the area.
Now listen, please, we don't need to be here all day.
This piece
So I'm
of
assuming
shit,
if you
Anthony
didn't
Gilbert,
lie,
did he
that would
or
have played out
another
differently.
asshole at Militech leak info to you or anyone else about a convoy?
It might be tempting to reach for the gun, but the consequences
Got
could be
nothing to
dire.
do with him or
Remember,
Militech.
these guys are really tough.
Shit. Checks out.
You got nothing on me! Nothing! Won't get away with this, you bitch! You're dead!
Somebody shut him up.
Take me home! Now!
All right. I have no idea who you're working for or what you even want, but you better give me something solid or I will end you.
I've got an offer.
Oh, you are stretching. This better be fucking good.
Gangoons who ripped you off? I know where to find them. They got a bot I want. Give me the funds to buy that bot. You can do what you want with the gang.
This is so
I don't give
interesting
a shit about the thieves. I want my mole.
because you're parlaying like how you're gonna get what he needs in a different part of a different. That's really cool. I hope every quest is this deep
Chip's
though.
gotta make it into the thieves' terminal. That's all I need. Think you can do that? Then we got a deal.
Fine.
So now she's added another aspect to it. You agree to go do something else.
Try to fuck me in any way, and I'll be seeing you real soon.
So it's like this is objective A, and you can do objective A by doing objective B, which might even lead to an objective C.
Right. Or
Leading all the way
you
back.
could have just grabbed the gun and fought, or you could not agree to do it and find another way.
Agent earlier, we have now opened up a non-violent path through this quest. Of course,
Very cool.
we could try and keep the money, but that would mean we'd have to take the merchandise by force, which requires a lot of firepower.
I like how they're referring to these as quests and not missions.
Yeah,
That was intentional.
I think so too. Probably like a
Think
quest
too.
is going to be one of those
Went
like
down about like
longer,
I
more
expected.
story-driven
Made a
stuff.
deal?
Possibly.
But a quest leans more towards fantasy, and a mission is more towards spy.
Yeah,
thriller.
yeah.
So it's
yeah.
like it's really cool that they're using that terminology here. Because this is a fantasy,
Be there soon.
despite
the sci-fi.
the sci-fi elements.
Corpse don't forgive or forget. Even these Borg fucks sense
Well,
that.
sci-fi is fantasy.
Pressure.
No,
Fiction,
Or it
it's
can be.
fiction.
I mean, it's
Science fantasy and science fiction are two different
okay.
genres.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Like Star Wars is science fantasy.
Yeah.
Tanked out SUV. Just begging them to try.
Star Trek.
But like this isn't like James Bond. This
How you
is
wanna do
you know.
this?
Yeah, yeah.
We can
Or
choose
Splinter
how
Cell or
to
Yeah,
something
this
like
isn't
that.
trying to be
This is-
Do we go
realistic.
guns
Exactly.
blazing,
Yeah.
or do we try to negotiate
All right.
for the buck?
Plan's simple. We pay with the corporate bread and get out.
I don't know, but you're calling this one.
For this demo, let's try the
What, don't
more
trust my
diplomatic
charm?
approach.
How many people were watching this like, no!
Kill them all!
Just shoot them all. That's probably why they started with an action sequence.
You know, though, it's nice that they have scaling in here that makes that difficult, because I do hate games where the power trip is too much, and it's just like, yeah, you can just shoot your way through any situation. It's like,
Yeah.
no, like, you're a pissant right now. Like, you can't handle all this stuff.
But I wonder though, doesn't that make it a little bit more linear though, or
No.
is there opportunity to do it?
Because I'm
that
sure
way?
that there have to be opportunities for other things, right? Like,
That's what I would hope, because like if this is like a beginning thing of the game, and you don't,
strapped with
you
military.
kind of have to do this. You know what I mean? Like if
Yeah.
you're under level and there's no way to do it.
Great hardware worth
I wonder if there's like
The guys
save
we're
scumming
about
in
to
this,
meet
or
are
if it's
dangerous.
like you could like
They are
what if she had
members
grabbed the
of
gun
Maelstrom gang.
and then died?
You
got
Like
a
does she just?
checkpoint.
But does she just restart like right there?
I
like
think-
you know, like what is really the?
I think if it's smart, it'll take cues from the early
They don't
Fallout
shy
games,
away
like Fallout
from
1 and
even
2,
the most
where
extreme
like you could
measures.
play those games where your intelligence was so low that you couldn't speak English, and you could complete those games without being able to speak actual English to other characters in an RPG,
It looks
right?
like they
Yeah.
made
And that's a
this
path
abandoned
that you
old
committed
foods
to
meat
early
factory.
on
They're
for
hiding.
reasons that impacted your gameplay style, as opposed to just
Seriously?
Deus Ex, where it's like, oh, you could be stealthy or you can be action. What do you want to be? You know?
right.
A little late for regrets like that.
And you can change it like based off of which mission it was.
Keep moving.
I mean, there's a lot of questions still for sure,
Because
but
you're playing a role, right? And if they don't have classes in here, then the role you play is determined by the upgrades you choose and how you approach
Remember,
situations, which I
we've
think is really
chosen to buy the
seamless,
tech,
as
not
opposed
steal
to,
it.
oh, are you a
Hopefully
rogue,
this
or
will
are
get
you a
faster
wizard,
and
or are you a
easier.
sniper, or whatever, you know?
This
Yeah.
is a pretty well-guarded place. You can imagine
This is all
what would've
visually
happened
just
if we
overwhelming.
came
I'm
down.
having trouble keeping up right now. Like, my brain is really starting to hurt.
that's what I'm saying. There's a lot. There's a lot of little things you have to like learn.
What?
This is one of the most dense games I have seen.
Look at
It
in
probably
a
wouldn't be
long
as
time.
bad either if you were
Model
sitting in
NCO
front of a
D12.
computer monitor, like playing it. We're a little bit
Oh,
far
no.
away from a small TV, but yeah, you're right. Like, there's a lot.
Well, I mean,
It's just
like,
dense, and
I
there's
just,
just
I
so
just,
much to
I just
see.
need to like just put the controller down and just look around and get my bearings, and we just keep going. I mean, I get it. It's a demo.
Yeah, there's been no room to breathe.
I
You're just
know.
kind of moving.
Yeah.
Sit down.
I'll stand.
His name is Dum
Can't
Dum.
move on your culo. Makes you an easy target.
Sit down.
That really necessary, hombre?
I ain't your hombre. Sit.
Is his name Dum
Sit
Dum?
your ass
Yeah.
down before I plant a bullet in your skull.
Jack, sit down.
This ain't gonna end well, but
Well, all right. Fucking bravo.
Come on, lighten up.
Yeah, see, these guys are way more enhanced.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I like this guy. I like his design.
Better.
Yeah, he's way like look at his eyes. Like,
Yeah.
He doesn't have eyes.
He's
He
got
has
like an
scopes.
echo to his voice too.
Yeah, look at his. Did you see his throat?
Yeah.
Now we can talk.
The bot. Need to see it.
Suit yourself. Fucking tricked out, state of the art.
This feels tense.
No, well,
That
the
is-
music doesn't help. You know?
Yeah, but like games struggle to really convey
look at
that
that
stuff
animation,
because
man.
you don't feel like a total badass, you know?
Its actuators are actually pimped with titanium fiber, and it can go anywhere, literally. Watch this. Fully integrated link too, so when the spider
That looks like one of those robotics that they've been
Yeah,
building.
it's like
What are they called? Boston.
it's Boston, yeah, Boston Dynamics or something like that.
Yeah.
So,
I
what you
think it's cool.
Pay up and let's get the fuck out of here.
The bot. I'll take it.
Here's some action.
2 questions. What the fuck's going on? And who the fuck is this?
Got 50 large on this credit check.
Trying to do the diplomatic approach. Remember?
Positively reek of Militech.
Dude, he's got no face.
Yeah. He does have no face.
Dexter Deshawn sent me.
Dexter Deshawn. Dreads. Gold plate. Fat old fuck.
Ooh.
Got him?
We'll pay for the bot. Be on our way.
Ooh.
How much you say you had? 50K?
Red's on this.
And there it is. There's a tension killer.
Wow, that was intense.
Not the smoothest of deals, but it worked out in the end, right? Flathead's good gear. It'll do the trick. Whatever that trick is. Shit. Shit, shit, shit!
Uh-oh.
They used you.
Oh shit! And she activated the Christian Bourgeois.
It turns out the cred chip we got from the Militech agent contained a virus
Cut
which
off.
fried their system.
Virus must have tripped the security.
Royce, their leader, is making a break for it.
Dang.
Had to end this way.
So were we aware of that?
Figure out a
No.
way.
No.
Let's
Got
grab the
used.
splinter
So I
that
wonder if
controls
there was
them
another
from one
option
of
to
these
still
dead maelstroms.
have that go successfully.
Well, you could have tried to keep it for
You could've just-
yourself
yeah.
and gun them down. I wonder what would have happened though if you had
The
the money, you
inspection
know?
system allows us to take a closer look at the splinter. You can inspect specific items to reveal details that can help in solving quests.
What?
Oh, well, I mean, it's like Skyrim and
No,
the
yeah.
claws.
But like, oh, man, there's a lot. There is a lot in this
Let's equip
game.
the splinter into our chipware store. With this done, the bot will now follow us wherever we go. All right, what else
pretty
do
cool.
we
Ooh,
have?
treasure chest!
Shotgun.
Shoddy.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Street modified tech shot.
Even the shotgun looks
Fire
dense.
rounds that penetrate walls
They just couldn't
and other types of cover.
penetrate
They
walls.
also have an alternate fire mode that allows you to power up shots and deal more damage.
This music's getting good.
Tony
Looks
Stark would be like
there are
a
several
king in
ways
this
out of
world.
this room.
Oh yeah.
Like those gates, for instance. However, you'd
No,
have to
dude,
be a
he doesn't
skilled
manufacture weapons
netrunner to
anymore.
hack into this terminal.
It's like Deus Ex where you have different levels of hacking skill that you have.
Yeah,
to,
yeah.
Our
You've
engineering
got to have
skills
that,
allow
right?
us
Like to
to
gate off
disassemble that
content
main
based off of
Yeah.
how you want to
so we can
approach
get
it.
through the door.
Stealth versus hack.
Oh, you're good at engineering.
There
She's
are
got
many
101,
skills
so
in
she
the
can
game
do
that
this.
players can apply in solving problems. The engineering skill can be used to fix, disassemble, and disarm devices blocking
Production
your
Was that a
way.
double jump?
Here.
I don't think so.
So,
Got
from
it.
this point on, we're going to unlock the abilities of a high-end character to showcase some of the different mechanics we have in the game.
Open console, max level.
Is that what it just said? What it just said?
Basically, that's what they're doing. I'm just joking around.
Ah. Ooh.
Like a little-
Well, he got literally deleted.
Little like sprint, little dash.
I don't see
One of
ammo
the new
counters.
weapon
Oh, that's
Ricochet.
cool.
targeting system connected to our eyes. This allows players to bounce bullets off walls.
Okay, come on.
And hit enemies
That's
hiding
cool
behind
as
cover.
Yeah, screw breakable walls. Just shoot around the walls. That's one way to do it.
I want to see more shoddy action.
Yeah.
Kaboom!
Bet he didn't see that coming.
Grenade.
This is another targeting system that will reveal enemies behind walls.
Of
Paired
course.
with the penetrating rounds of our tech shotgun.
Ooh! You have no legs
He
now,
got no
bud.
legs.
Aw. Poor guy. Oh my god.
Looks like we found some loot.
Loot.
This is a smart gun. It's one of
smart
the
gun.
more advanced weapons in the game, allowing the bullets to track.
Auto
and
tracking
follow
bullets,
their
yeah.
targets. It's one of many different weapons players can acquire. Weapons are built of modules that allow for deep customization and progression. This way, you can be sure to find something that will suit your playstyle.
The toughest bastards guarding this route. Probably some reason for that.
They're all critical. It's like auto aim.
A little bit of Zorg action, fifth element.
But you know what's funny? That auto aim makes sense in a world like this.
Yeah,
I
everything's
guess.
trackable.
Yeah.
Trackable bullets, though?
Yeah, come
They're
on.
like
man.
mini missiles. Oh, that was a double jump.
Yeah, she's got like a dash.
Oh my
like a-
god.
Oh,
Okay.
well, yeah, her legs probably have like boosters in them.
They're totally gonna show like the blades. The blades are like from the original poster. They gotta show them.
Oh yeah, she hasn't
melee
shown the
combat.
Yeah, I'm sure she'll be able to like pull the blades out. I think it'd be cool if she could like pin and like hang from walls or something with it. Like they gotta add that kind of mobility.
Well, I think you're right. I think that was
Ooh,
talked
there's a
about.
boss.
It's the gangster. Oh, here. Oh, I thought it was it.
Ooh.
What did he say?
Jesus Christ.
My legs,
Oh.
but he should have stopped talking when his head blew up. But I'll let it slide. This is alpha.
Tear it all down. Delete it.
Yeah, whatever. I'm over it.
Start over.
Witcher 4, let's go.
It's from a work-in-progress version of the game and may change over the course of development.
Okay, all exits covered.
Okay, let's try something different. We're going to take this guy down and connect directly to his neural.
Oh, she's gonna hack him.
In the world of Cyberpunk, once you are jacked into a network, you have access to everything it connects to. Through this Maelstrom gang member, we've now connected to the gang hideout's internal network.
So like
This is the building.
Watch Dogs also?
Let's focus on the squad.
What?
containing The Maelstrom gang.
Dude, this
CD Projekt Red was like, "What has every game done
We
ever?
can
Yeah,
develop one
let's
that
put it in
affects
this
the
one."
whole squad. For
I
now,
don't
we'll
understand how they
simply
make
unlock
money.
the ability
They
to
dump so
perform
much
quick
into their
acts.
development.
All right, time to show
It's that
off.
Polish
I was
stuff,
gonna
man.
say the
High-level
Poland
ability.
government's probably
There's
giving
the
them
blades.
a huge.
Oh,
There's the
yeah,
blades.
There's the wall stuff. They
Yep.
were talking about.
With quick hack, using the back door we
Hold on to the
unlocked a
wall.
minute ago, we'll install a virus that jams
So now
the
we're doing
connection
some Batman.
between the Maelstrom ganger and his weapon. This will prevent him from firing.
Hacking? A weapon
Which is
jam.
also Batman.
Damn.
Looks like he's having a problem now.
And you can't shoot, dude. Oh.
Nice.
Nice.
Some of you might recognize these mantis.
That looked okay.
We can also double jump and bounce off of walls, which makes us a very
You called
agile,
double jump way
fast
early.
solo.
That's awesome. Makes so much sense. Not realistically, but makes sense.
Yeah.
If she's got boosters in her legs, it
You
makes
gotta.
sense.
The key is scalability, though, right?
Yeah.
Like you gotta start
Yeah.
without it.
Oh,
you get-
yeah.
You have a good game beneath all that, and then all of a sudden you add options.
'Cause
You
it
layer
has to
stuff
feel
on top,
natural,
You
right?
add double jump. You add being able to lift heavier things.
Yeah, it was really good of them to show what it's like to play as a scrub, and then to be like, oh, well, here's all this awesome stuff.
Yeah, because she could have totally taken down those guys. Said the.
Is that like a Gauss cannon or something?
I've been playing Doom, so I know exactly what you're talking about.
Let's scan this guy and see what's going
Oh.
on.
Oh man, we're entering such a
It
good
looks like
time for
Royce is
FPS
back.
right now. It's so
He's
exciting.
prepped. He's got an armored exoskeleton.
Oh
We won't be
snap!
able to get rid of him that easily.
Oh.
Our weapons are not dealing a lot of damage because he's packing an autonomous shield. Luckily, the scan we performed earlier revealed a weak spot. Attacking it should bring the shield down.
Nice.
Oh my god, dude brought up a
Nice.
car.
He's doing the roundabout bullets with car shield.
This is like Dad of War if your son was the Hulk.
Whoa, what the hell kind of bullets are those?
And she's just rotating around the arena using different levels of cover. Oh, you gotta get behind him.
Yeah, she's using the smart gun to get around the shield.
Whoa,
Oh, nice.
just right underneath. She's
You
trying
missed.
to take out like the power core or something?
To take down the shield, yeah. She got that information from the hack earlier.
So some Horizon-y stuff in here too?
Yeah, shield's gone. GG, no re. Ooh, well, maybe not yet.
They're waiting, obviously. If
Now
they haven't
she's
shot
now
one.
she's like Dragon Ball Z, like
him
going
down
back and forth,
and get
dodging
this
the
job
bullets.
Ooh.
But can you get in the suit?
That wasn't the smoothest raid.
I think she just blew it up.
He's dead.
And Dex should be happy. But think back. What would have happened if we hadn't met with the Militech agent? Or told Royce about the agent and her plans? Or just decided to buy the bot ourselves? So many options, so many possibilities. And each will have consequences that will ripple through the game world and your story.
Dang.
Not just Paragon Renegade.
That's really ambitious, man.
That's what I'm saying.
That's really ambitious, and
a lot to build
I mean,
out.
I have hope. This is CD Projekt Red. They've done a lot with the Gray. I just, I don't want to be too excited and then not have.
Don't worry. When it takes another 4 years for the game to come
Yeah,
out,
this
you'll have
isn't
plenty of
coming out anytime
confidence.
soon.
You know, we really ought to work together more often.
Your chip had the clap. That's not
the clap.
I fucked you over. You fucked the gang over. Somewhere at the start of the story, somebody fucked the Corp. See how this works now? Only the Corp gets what it wants.
Damn.
Remember that. Learn it. Years down the line, you'll be standing where I am, watching somebody else doing.
Yep, being a raging bitch to whoever's doing my dirty work for me.
It's time we were on our way,
Okay, let's call Dex and tell him how things went down.
My girl,
Shit-eating
how's
soup.
our bed looking?
Vámonos.
Hey, Mr. Dex. Get us that table at the afterlife?
Matter of fact, I did. Just in my gut and all, you know.
Well, you were right to.
Well done, Missy. Well done. See you there.
Street cred. That's awesome.
Shit, I can't believe it, Ina. Major leagues. We're in. I mean, we fucking pried the door open.
But the only thing I want to pry open right now is a bottle of scotch.
Man.
Oh no, not another three-nighter.
Three-nighter.
I
Need to get to
can't
know
imagine
the city, Jack. Not just gun in
how
hand.
much work
I'm on a crusade.
has gone into making this.
Amen, Ina. We finished the job.
It's crazy.
But our story is just beginning.
And that's crazy to think. This came out from a studio in Poland. I
This
love it.
concludes our gameplay demo.
Wow.
walk. Thanks for watching.
Wow.
That was intense.
Wow. I mean, what more is there to say, huh?
Yeah.
That there's a lot. There's a lot to do to digest. Damn.
You know what was interesting about that too is that is so anti the typical E3 reveal gameplay.
Oh yeah, they would not have been
It
able
was
to do
so
it. at E3.
slow and like methodical in what it showed, and it wasn't there to be hype. It was just there to display itself, which I appreciate. You know?
It was there for the journalists, so they had something to go write an article.
Yeah,
about.
and I mean, they, from what I heard, they
Bless
were
you.
live playing this. Like they had a dude there sitting there playing this demo for all of them. So like, it's
Excuse
not-
me while I look up who that voice actress was.
No, I mean, honestly speaking, I mean that was. I'm
Incredibly
almost
cool.
tired of seeing
I'm exhausted.
Yeah, I need a nap after that.
Oh my god.
And it. I mean, yeah, the tension was a lot, but it's just there's so much to intake. There's so much to do. The tutorials for that game, hopefully they are organic. I mean, everything seemed organic there, but I hope because there's just so much. Like I can see you being 10 hours in, and then by the way, there's this you can also do, and that you can also do.
Yeah.
And it's not gonna be like end game actions or skills. It's gonna be like this is a basic movement ability for the world.
Yeah.
You know, because it just seems massive. Even if that's a 30-hour game, you know, with tons of side quests, like there's a lot to do, and that's really cool.
Yeah.
I'm not finding it right off the bat, so I'll look it up later.
Yeah.
I'm psyched.
Me too. It's not gonna come out for like 6 years, but
you know, but as much as that like looks like, that's not like I see that and I'm like, oh, I want that to be out tomorrow. I'm like, no, I want that to be out when it's ready to be out.
100%.
I want it to live up to the potential of what it shows there. I don't want the coolest thing I ever saw from that game to be the 48-minute gameplay demo that they showed us after E3. You know, I want that to be a taste of it.
If it takes them 6 years to really bring out that vision, like I want to play that game. I genuinely do. Like, I mean, of course, if they can get it more optimized or whatever, sure. I'm not gonna say it. Like, the game looks incredible.
I mean, you may end up with a BioShock Infinite situation, right, where they showed something really cool for that, but then it changed.
I know.
Infinite was still really good. Yeah. It just was different in a lot of ways.
Well, it's the Halo 2 thing too, right? That campaign trailer was so good, and then it was just like, this isn't what they showed.
Right.
So to your point,
well, they were very clear about everything subject to change there, but that doesn't feel like something that.
But that's the thing, like everything you've mentioned, like BioShock Infinite, that was like a 7-8 minute demonstration. Halo 2 was also a few minutes. This is almost an hour long of like, this is gonna be here in some way or form. So if they were to scrap this and we get half of this or even a quarter of this, like that would be disappointing.
That was all early mission for sure. Like they, some of the abilities and stuff they unlocked that, but like the story bits of that, assuming that all stays in the game very close to as is, was early on because you've got the Cyberpunk title came up at one point, and then at the end, I think it was like the name of the next quest was like moving up or something like that.
I mean,
like
Street Cred level 2. She just went into the whole.
So that was early.
Yeah.
You know, we keep throwing around the term next gen, but I think we're using it in the wrong way. I'm thinking about what next gen means in reference to a game like this and other stuff, and I'm thinking what's similar to this or what I might have hopes for being that big. This comes to mind. The only thing coming out soon that I can really think of is Red Dead, because they're constantly pushing the boundaries of what their gameplay looks like.
The density.
The density and the amount of and systems that you never thought you wanted that are in there.
Damn, but I don't even think Red Dead... I mean...
No, maybe not as much. It's early for this one, but I know that what they want for Beyond Good and Evil 2, for the crazy scaled, like you have your small ship and your big ship and your whole pirate crew and the whole galaxy to explore, like that sort of thing. There are little hints of it showing up, and it reminds me of when they first showed trailers at E3 for like Watch Dogs and Last of Us, which Watch Dogs never lived up to it,
right?
And Last of Us was close, but had some flaws. There was another one that just popped into my head. Maybe like Ghost of Tsushima. Some stuff that's like, although we haven't seen enough from that to know.
No, yeah.
That looked relatively well from what we've seen. It looked
straightforward.
It looks straightforward.
Right. But it looked like the systems may have had a lot of depth to them that we don't understand yet. That could be. Yeah, maybe that's not a good example, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like that's how that game feels next gen. I mean, not because it's a graphical upgrade, but because it's a new level of interactivity.
I get what you're saying. Next gen in the terms of not just visual fidelity, but also like in terms of
standards
gameplay.
For what
RP
like this makes me worry for Bethesda with like Starfall and stuff like that. Where
actually, no, this makes me I have the opposite reaction. I was like, if a game like this can exist now,
you hope, right?
If
that
doesn't
mean
the
Elder Scrolls was this
in
a fantasy setting.
Yes,
how
absolutely.
Would that even work? Well, yeah, but you know what I'm like.
I'm trying to think
that level of density and interactive.
Yeah, like was Skyrim that big a jump from Oblivion? I don't feel like it, right? But if the next one, so you hope that that's what we're gonna see from the next generation of games.
And there's not. Unfortunately, I don't feel there are that many companies that can do something like this because of the amount of time, talent, budget that is required to make something.
The only reason they got away with it, I think, is literally because they are a Polish studio.
Yeah, I mean,
like, if they were under Bethesda, if they were under Activision,
they're getting money from the Polish government.
They get grants and stuff for sure.
Which that's fine. So they've got the funds. Companies like Bethesda, companies like Rockstar, companies like
Warner
Blizzard,
Brothers.
like they have a lot of money to invest in something really big like this, and they have the credibility to be able to sell the game at a profit and not lose a bunch of money. You know, it's going to be really hard for, like, I'm not sure Sony could pull something like this off. Nintendo couldn't. Microsoft couldn't. There's a lot of companies that could easily go under, or like some of these, smaller developers, like an Electronic Arts company would try to do something like that.
Well, they don't have the time to maintain the
that's
overhead
the problem.
It takes. Like, you got too many people working on it, and you're trying to get it out the door as quickly as possible. Like a game like this.
I mean, how big is the studio though? How big is CD Projekt? It's a few hundred people, right?
I would imagine more than that.
But they're obviously able to sustain well enough that they could spend 4 years before ever releasing anything on a game. And obviously, you can see that, like, that tender loving care that has investment that you don't see on any other level.
I don't even think they have a publisher for Cyberpunk right now. Like Witcher had Warner Brothers, but Warner Brothers was just strictly a publisher, and that was after developing the game.
I don't think they're worried about it. They'll find a publisher.
Oh, 100% they will.
People will be crawling over each other trying to get.
That's the beautiful thing about them right now is that without having that publisher from the get-go, they can take their time. It's not like they have a Konami or an Activision behind. Like, hey, you have 2 years. You have to ship this out in 2 years.
You're right.
So that definitely helps them out a lot.
Well, and that's where companies like Blizzard and Rockstar,
Yeah,
they're
Rockstar
left
takes
alone.
their time. Yeah,
they take their time.
Rockstar publish their own crap,
and it's done when it's done. It comes out. They're always amazing. There's very few companies that will be able to pull this off and sustain a business.
Yeah.
So where I'm going with that, Matt, is even though this definitely is the epitome of what next gen will be, I still think it's going to be a small subset of the whole because there's not that many companies that can
there's
pull
not
it off.
enough that can do it.
Which means that stuff like this should be celebrated and hopefully pulled off, not flawlessly necessarily, but like it needs to succeed because if it doesn't...
This will be the building block.
Yeah.
This will literally be the beginning of next gen. I do see this as like, cool stuff,
It's impressive.
Man. Can you imagine Jump Force with this?
I was thinking, dude, if Final Fantasy VII Remake had this level of detail...
Oh my god.
Whoa! Now we're talking, but that's never going to happen.
No.
Wow.
That just made Final Fantasy VII Midgar look terrible in comparison.
It's Square Enix.
Probably.
They had trouble building HD towns.
Well, and regardless, you can make a game incredibly gorgeous and incredibly detailed and have
to be boring.
no appealing. Yeah, so
exactly.
It's not just about the world building. It's about all the options you have in the gameplay.
Which is what I was saying.
Good writing and character.
Like
and
the game in terms of gameplay looks like you have tons of variety. So I don't think I'll be bored because they showed at first I'm like, okay, this is really average shooting, and damn, they shut me up. They showed all these little things: the double jump, the bullet time or whatever they called it. Just all the options that you have in terms of raw action gameplay.
Right.
And the melee looked cool, but it doesn't seem to be anything out
what
of the
came to
ordinary,
mind
right?
for me was that like Rage 2 hopes that its FPS gameplay is as good as this game's looks.
Yeah.
There's the pacifist route. There's the hacking route. There's the stealth route.
Options
there's the full-on just go out, guns blazing.
You can literally do however you want.
Yeah.
It's almost like the Breath of the Wild idea of tackle these objectives however you want, go into the world however you want.
Yeah.
But in this case, it's like tackle these objectives however. Literally, you have tons of options.
Yeah.
It's all going to be limited, obviously, because there's only so many different scripts they can program, right?
Right.
But, damn, there's a lot of scripts to look at. There's a lot of options to look at. So that's really, really exciting. Kudos.
I don't know how they keep track. Their change management system for keeping track of all the stuff in this game has got to be ridiculous. I don't know how people are so set up to build this. Yeah, it's intense.
Yeah. Well,
very cool.
That was cool.
CD Projekt.
Yeah. Looking forward to that.
So, hoped you guys liked our reaction to that. I know a lot of you were asking for us to watch that gameplay and discuss it. Let us know what you thought about it. There was a lot to take in. I'm sure you all have a lot of comments.
Yep. Looking forward to reading and commenting back.
And please realize that for a 45-minute video like this that we're watching for the first time live in front of a camera, it's hard to pick up all the little details. So if any of you said, "Oh, you missed this," or "Why didn't you talk about this?" Come on,
think before you post.
That was a lot, and I know we talked over a lot of the dialogue, especially early on. So,
I'm gonna go home and watch this again.
Yeah, there was a lot of details in there.
I don't think I can do that. too tired.
I might fall asleep halfway through, but
go to sleep with this every night.
Nap.
Like,
I need to analyze. I need to know more.
All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed that.
Peace.
Like what you saw? Check out some of our other videos and be sure to hit the subscribe button to stay up to date with our latest content. Thanks for your support, and thanks for watching.